Hi friends, myself Arnab Kundu. You are watching my channel Technical Arcoin. In this video, I will discuss about R programming language, right? R is a programming language and software environment for statistical analysis, graphics representation and reporting, right? In the year 1991, R was developed by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman, and publicly in the year 1993 it was released, right? R is a interpreted language. R is mostly used for statistical programming language for data scientists, right? It is heavily used in the field of machine learning, scientific computation and statistical analysis, right? So using R GUI interface, I will discuss the introduction to the R programming language and how to code within this particular R GUI interface. So go to the computer screen. Hi friends, today I will discuss R programming language, and this is the introduction video on R language, right? So at first we should know what is R programming. R is a programming language and software environment for statistical analysis, graphics representation and reporting, right? In 1991, R language was developed by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman in the Department of Statistics at the University of Auckland, New Zealand. Okay. It is currently developed by the R Development Core team. Okay. In 1993, R was publicly released, and finally in 2000, R language version 1.0.0 was released to the public. Okay. This programming language was named R based on the first letter of the first name of the two authors, Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman, means Ross and Robert. That's why the language name is R, right? R is an interpreted language. It is not a compiled language. Okay. R is a popular programming language, especially in certain fields such as data science, machine learning, graphics representation, academic research and statistics, right? R is a free open source software under the GNU General Public License, right? So just go to the R GUI. Through R GUI, I will write the code in R programming language, right? So this is the R GUI interface. Actually, R GUI is the R user interface, right? And also the popular IDE is that R Studio. So this is just picture of this R Studio. This is the icon of this R Studio IDE. If you want to write the code for R programming language is concerned, you can use this IDE. This is called R Studio. But here I am using R GUI, which is also R user interface. Okay. So this is the greater than sign is given, and here we write our code. Today I will discuss the basic concepts of R programming is concerned. Okay. And today we discuss the variables and the constants, especially for R programming language is concerned. So as a variable is concerned, each and every language should maintain some rule to write any variable name, right? When R is running, variables, functions, data, results, etc. are stored in the active location of the computer in the form of object, right? So whatever we write here, it should be in form of object. It will store in form of object. Okay. So the rule is that for variable declaration. That means when we write any variable name, the variable should consist with alphabet, numbers, period, this special symbol, and underscore, this special symbol. But the variable should start with alphabet or period only, and after followed by the underscore, the number we can use, right? But if the variable start with period, then should remember we cannot write the numeric value, means any digits or any number. Means if the variable start with period, after the next character never be any number or digits, right? So this rule should be there and we should follow this rule. Suppose we declare a variable, suppose like in that we can declare a equal 10, right? If you want to print this value, so just write print this function and within parentheses just write a, so it print the value of a. And also we can declare the variable in that way, b, suppose the variable name, and just use less hyphen and then put suppose 40. In that way we can also initialize any variable, right? So the variable start with alphabet here, right? Suppose we write 1 b and then suppose write 4, it will be error. Why? Because the starting character never be any digits. But if you start with any period, after that if you use any alphabet, it will be valid variable name. And suppose we are using like that, period and then v, then less than and then hyphen, and suppose put the value is 60, and if we print it, print period v, so it print the value of this variable, right? But if we write period and then any numeric value, means any digits, and then suppose write e, any alphabet, and then suppose put some value as initialize is concerned, it's an error. That means if the first character of a variable is a period, the next one never be any digits or numeric value, right? So in that way you can declare the variable here, right? Now we talk about the constants which is present within this R programming language. There are actually 5 type of constants are available. One is numeric, which actually indicate the floating point number, integer, which is a whole number, logical, means boolean value, true false, in that way, and the value is t or f, t for true and f for false, and both should be capital, not in small letter. The value true for capital T and for false the value is capital F. This is a logical constant. Also the string we can write within double quote any character, single character or more than one character, because string means series of character, right? And also the another constant is complex. The complex consists of 2 things. One is a real part and that's the imaginary part, and the imaginary part should be followed by some particular suffix which is small I, right? Suppose if we write print and we want to know what type of variable it is, because if we store that type of constant, the variable is automatically indicate that type of variable. Means if the constant is integer, so variable automatically integer variable. If the constant is numeric, so variable is automatically numeric. And in that case, how to find out or how to indicate? If we find out what type of variable it is, then we can use 2 different functions. One is class, other is type of. So we just write print and within parentheses use class, and for the first variable a is concerned, just write again within parentheses a. So it provide a is a numeric, right? Why? Because this 10, 44, 60, 66 all are numeric value. If we indicate it's an integer, so should put after the value the suffix is capital L. How? In that way, suppose write c underscore 1 equal 12 and capital L. Now if we print it c underscore 1, so it print 12. Now if we print class c underscore 1, so it print integer. Just see, if we print class a, so a is actually a numeric value, right? And same way, suppose we write d equal 12.34, and in that case if we print class d is numeric. So the floating point or any numeric is concerned, it's not actually indicating any integer. If it's an integer, should put the suffix after the number capital L, and the number should be the whole number and should put the capital L. If any number followed by a suffix capital L, it indicating is an integer, right? Now we go for the logical. Suppose write u equal capital T, and now just print class u. Logical means the variable is logical. Why? Because it initialized as a logical constant, right? And another function is there, is a type of, which is same way indicating what type of variable it is. Suppose we write like that, r equal 12 plus 3i. So r is actually a complex. Now how to find out? Just write print, then write type of, and then send the argument as r. So it indicating complex. So type of and class, it indicating what type of variable it is. If the variable contains numeric value, so the variable is a numeric variable. If the variable contain integer value, so the variable will be the integer variable. If the variable contain logical value, either t or f in capital, both cases, so then the variable is a logical variable. If the variable contain any complex constant, so the variable will be complex variable. And if the variable contain some string constant, then the variable will be string variable, like s equal, and within double quote suppose write r programming language, and then if we print s at first, so it print r programming language, and if you want to know what type of variable s it is, within this print function just write type of and send as argument s. So it indicating character, means is a string, right? So in that way R programming language consists variable and a constant, and also the other 4 special constants are there, which are actually non, nan, which is a not a number, inf, which indicate the infinity, another is na, means not available, and another is null, right? So these 4 are also the constant which is available within this R programming language, right? I hope you have understood today's video. So today's video is simply a introduction video on R programming language, and through R GUI interface I just code the program using R programming language, and here I just introduce on 2 things, specially one is variable and constant, and how you can declare the variable and what different type of constants are available in R programming language I just introduced today, and also the 3 different function, one is print which display the result, another 2 function, one is class and is a type of, both are indicating what type of variable it is, and also when we initialize any variable we can use 2 way, either equal or less than hyphen, right? I hope you have understood today's video. If you have some doubts, so just write in the comment section. Today's video is concerned, I will try to solve this problem, and also write in the comment section what type of video you want to see. Those who are still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. If you like this video, please like it, share it more and more. Keep watching Technical Arcoin. Today up to this. Thank you and bye bye.